Good morning, class. Ask your friends to join in quickly. So only 10 students in the class today. What about others? So without wasting much of the time, we'll start with the presentation for the team activity, which was assigned before the second internal assessment. My voice is audible, students? Yes,
Yes,
no?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So, yeah. Ajay? Ajay Kumar Reddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, present your screen. Start with your case study activity. I have already made all of you as presenters. So start. Who is your other team member? Ajay, you have joined the class
On,
through
ma'am.
laptop or how is it? First confirm. Please answer to my questions first. Whether you will be able to do the presentation now. Have you joined using your
Ma'am,
laptop?
I'm trying to connect my laptop.
Okay. Who is your other team member?
Ma'am, I'm trying to connect my laptop, ma'am, but uh, connection
Okay, try connecting first.
on
Okay.
and
Okay. You take some time. Apurva P. Apurva P.
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your team member? The other team member? So please join through your laptops so that you can present the case study. Apurva,
Yes, ma'am.
who is your other team member, ma?
Ma'am, I'm doing individually, ma'am.
Individually. Okay, fine. You present your screen. Have you joined through laptop?
No, ma'am. Um,
See
ma'am,
all. Yeah, tell me.
actually, I'm out, ma'am. That's why I can't bring my laptop here. My grant expired, ma'am. So I'm here.
Okay. Student is Chandrapriya. Chandrapriya, have you connected using your laptop? Have you joined the class through laptop, Chandrapriya?
Ma'am, I didn't join through laptop, but my friend Neha will be presenting, ma'am.
Okay, your other team member is
I
Neha.
have some, yeah, I
Okay.
have some issues with the
Neha,
sound.
you have joined through laptop or again you have
Yes,
some
ma'am.
issues? Okay,
No,
then
ma'am, I have no issues.
start presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
Others, please make the arrangements. See, when clear instructions were given in the previous class itself, that this week completely you need to complete your case study presentation, it's very obvious that you people need to join through your laptop.
Ma'am, is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, Neha, you can start.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, one and all present here. Myself, Chandrapriya, and followed by my friend Neha Pandey. Today, we will be discussing about the case study on Burger King, achieving competitive advantage through quality management. Firstly, when we hear the name Burger King, the first thought we get is the tasty food, like delicious burger, french fries with coke, and so on. Let us first
Chandrapriya,
know about
1 minute. Chandrapriya, 1 minute.
yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Students, all of you listen to the presentation attentively and I want at least one or two questions to be asked by you people, okay, to the students who are presenting. It is not that just for the sake of presenting, they are presenting, okay, and you just for the sake of being in the class, you have to be part of the class. No. Okay, become keen listeners and ask a few questions at the end. At least one or two I want. Okay, so listen carefully. Yeah, start Chandrapriya.
Let us first know about its establishments, who will be the founders, and how they maintain the quality of food and services all over the world. Burger King is an American multinational chain of hamburger fast food restaurants. It is headquartered in Miami-Dade County, Florida. The company was founded in 1953 as Instaburger King, a Jacksonville, Florida-based restaurant chain. After King ran into financial difficulties in 1954, its two Miami-based franchises, David Edgerton and James McLemore, purchased the company and renamed it Burger King. So the officially founders of Burger King are David Edgerton and James McLemore, and it was renamed as Burger King, which was previously named as Insta Burger King. Burger King Corporation is the world's second largest fast food hamburger chain, which trailing by only McDonald's. Officially, the McDonald's is the first largest fast food hamburger, followed by Burger King. Over 11 million customers visit their restaurants worldwide each day, and over 2.4 billion of its burgers are sold each year across the globe. How do they able to achieve it? What are the reasons? It's quality management. When it comes to quality, it can be hygiene, cleanliness they maintain, and how they serve the food and the food quality. Quality management is defined as formalized system that documents process, procedures, and responsibilities for achieving quality policies and objectives, which means they maintain certain procedures in order to achieve quality policies and objectives. Quality management systems ensure safe, quality food for the customers. Apart from these strategies, the main cause that leads to have this result today is their quality. By having a good quality, it will bring the company to have a good reputation. This is important because it can affect the entire organization from suppliers to customers by incurring the lower cost and obtain higher profit. Burger King keeps lower costs so that it is affordable for the customers and can obtain higher profit with the more customers. But if quality management is not properly maintained, then it can affect the profit of the organization. There are two types of quality to be followed in Burger King, which will be explained by my friend Neha. Over to you, Neha.
Thank you, Chandrapriya. Good morning, one and all present here. Myself, Neha Pandey. I will be explaining about product quality and service quality. Burger King is well known for its product quality and service quality. So when it comes to product quality, Burger King has a good product quality because they take a lot of precautions to ensure that their food is safe to the customers. They follow certain procedures for the preparation of food. That is all from the raw materials, ingredients, handling, shipping, and transportation. Every single step from the production to the delivery holds higher standards. When it comes to service quality, it depends on the individual expectations and comparisons. Burger King makes sure to fulfill the customer's needs and their expectations. Service quality is a critical component because customers are the ones who evaluate their service quality based on their perception. So product quality. The quality of Burger King product is efficiently controlled and managed. This diagram depicts the standard to maintain a product quality in Burger King. Food freshness. So freshness is one of their main criteria to achieve high quality foods. Their products are made fresh for every customer's order. Customers get a fresh meal which leads them to have a good quality food. Food safety. So they maintain a proper food safety at Burger King. They make sure that the product is delivered to the customers in time. Secure supply chain. The suppliers are selected based on their ability. They need suppliers to maintain certain standards. When it comes to raw material controls to produce high quality products, the basic entity is the quality of ingredient. So they select the good quality of ingredient to produce a good quality of food. Procedure controls. For every procedure, they have a detailed inspection on their produce. So they use strict rules to check them. Restaurant level food safety. So it has a various number of branches and made directly available to the customers. They follow sanitization procedures. Their food safety includes fully cooked products, killing the harmful bacteria present in the food. When it comes to animal welfare and antibiotic policies. So there are two policies were done by the Burger King Corporation. So those include animal welfare and antibiotics policies. So they assure the customer's safety. So in animal welfare, it purchase eggs from the cage-free eggs instead from the suppliers. So in antibiotics policies, it ensures that they are maintained appropriately. Nutritious food. So Burger King makes continuous improvements in their products by increasing the nutrition in their food. Training. To maintain the highest product quality standards and to ensure the improvement in the products, they train their staff to follow the same procedures. Now it comes to the service quality. So the below diagram shows the service quality maintained at Burger King. Quick responses. So they provide a friendly and a quick service. Customers are answered to their queries in a short time span. Training. When it comes to training, they provide a worldwide training that helps to improve their service quality. Communication. So the basic entity always includes communication. By communicating to the customers, they can come to know about the requirements and improve their quality. Inspection. In Burger King, it has an inspection program in an year for about 2 days to check their quality of food. Now it comes to environment. So they provide a good environment to their employees. So this helps to bring a good performance of their employees and also helps to improve the organization. Now it comes to the conclusion. So Burger King is mainly focusing on the quality, better customer services it provides, hygiene to meet their customers' requirements. So they are expanded worldwidely to introduce new products. Thank you. That's all, ma'am.
Come on. Yeah, come on, students. Unmute yourself and ask one or two questions based on your observation to your fellow friends. Come on. Yes, please, students. No, I don't want applause. I want question to be asked first. Ask one or two questions, no, to your friends based on whatever you listen. See, this kind of passive engagement will not work for a long time. Okay, please ask some question, at least one of you, any one of you. To do each and every activity, I have to keep on insisting you people. Then what is your role as a student? The others who have joined in the class, ask one or two questions. Nobody? Lakshmi Shravani?
Yes, ma'am.
Ask any one question to your friends.
Neha, I would like to ask you a question.
Yeah, Shavani.
What's the main reason for choosing Burger King as your topic?
See, for choosing Burger King as my topic was everyone they like to have delicious food, and especially during this lockdown period, everyone is missing the fast food, right? So I felt Burger King is one of those topic which I can choose, and it is worldwidely available, so I can take this, I thought. Did I answer you, Shravani?
Not particularly, but I wanted to answer in terms of like what
Yeah.
is the main thing you like by choosing Burger King as your topic, like the management or something.
Okay, you meant for that, yeah. See,
Yeah.
Burger King, it is available worldwidely, so it is not only for a particular area or for a particular aspect, right? So it also maintains a very good management here. So what helped me choose Burger King is because of their management, what they're providing to the customers, and the environment, what they're providing to their employees. So this made me choose this topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one question for Chandrapriya because both of you are as a team.
Yes, ma'am.
Who are the competitors for Burger King according to you worldwide?
McDonald's
Hmm?
and obviously the KFC. And I know this much only, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Give big round of applause to your team. Good work. See, yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
Yeah. See, this is a few instructions to be followed by all the students. Okay. See, whenever you prepare the PPT, or not only for this particular task, any other, it could be for any other subject or for any other presentation. Please remember one thing, that the presentation means you should highlight very minimal content and you have to elaborate more. Okay, that is why we say PPT, because if you start putting more content in the slide, it becomes only reading the content of the slide, and reading even we can do, whether we are the presenter or we are the listener, I mean participants, we can read the contents from the slide. So that is not called as a good effective presentation. Okay, you have to condense. For example, given a paragraph to you, you have to read, understand, and you have to summarize the whole paragraph in one sentence. Okay, when one sentence of maybe of length which goes up to 2 lines. So, and those should be in bulleted points. Okay, and you have to take care of right justification as well, even in the slides also. The way you do your right justification in your documentation, similarly you have to follow even in slides also. It gives very neat, finishing presentation. Got it, student? Visually it will look very nice. And a lot of content should not be put at all. Paragraphs you should avoid it, and if required, it is not that you can make use of any supporting videos or audios, okay, for your case studies. If you feel you have any supporting diagrams or supporting animated videos or any video in fact to be shown to your friends, you can definitely incorporate those in the slides, okay, because we just completed one team. So my observations I am giving you. Okay, you can try making your presentation the best. Got it, students? So please follow that. Anyway, the others will be doing tomorrow onwards. Okay, just see you are incorporating all those corrections in your slides. Okay, good work, Chandrapriya and Neha. You have to take care of formatting. Okay, so just update your slides. I will be sharing the particular document. Okay, a link where you can upload your PPT. Anyway, I think you have uploaded. Once again, updated PPT, I will share it, post all the teams have completed the task. Okay, fine. Next, who is ready next? Now again, I don't want to go sequentially, because again you people will give reasons that we are not connected through your laptop, you are outside your house. So anybody who is ready, you can just unmute and let me know so that we can start with the second batch presentation. Nobody? Srinidhi, you're ready with your presentation? You ready?
No, ma'am.
Why?
I've logged through mobile phone, ma'am.
Why? Instructions were given to you, no? From Monday onwards you will have presentation.
Ma'am, my laptop isn't working properly, ma'am.
You could try presenting through your mobile only then. Who is your other team member?
Pradeep, I guess, ma'am.
You guess, you don't know who is your team member. See the heights of preparation and involvement in the activity. Okay,
Actually,
anybody
even he
else?
is not well, ma'am. I called him yesterday, so he told like he is not well today.
So like this, if I don't schedule, then you people will never do it. Tomorrow you have to do it, okay? Today, whomsoever name I called out from first, okay? So Ajay will have to do tomorrow compulsorily. Even Apurva also and Srinidhi, okay? These 3 batch will be doing tomorrow. It is fixed. Yeah, next, anybody else? Yashaswini, Vaidurya, Dhruvashri, your batch is ready. You can finish it off. Lakshmi Shravani is there. Dhanlakshmi.
Ma'am, my partner is absent because she is not feeling well since ma'am today.
Who is the partner?
Monica, ma'am.
It's okay. You start doing your stuff.
Okay, ma'am.
Anybody else is there with partner?
Ma'am, she was supposed to explain one part of the PPT, ma'am.
Vaidurya, Yashaswini, Srikanth Reddy, Shesha Shaili. How about you people?
Ma'am, my thing is Yashaswini has gone for vaccination, ma'am, for today.
She's joined the class, no? She's in the class.
Yes, ma'am, but she's out, it seems. I just called her and asked. I'll tell her to come, ma'am.
No, she's already there. You start the presentation. Meanwhile, she can join from where she's. It's okay. You can even do the presentation from mobile also, right? I mean, you can start and she will just join, unmute, and she'll explain her part.
Okay, fine, ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am.
Yes. Start your presentation. Others can just try. Sheshashaili, Kushal. See, in spite of giving time, I don't know, you people are not prepared for presentation. Each one of you have your own reason. What did she say, Vaidurya? She's doing it or not?
Ma'am, she had prepared, ma'am. Her notes and all are at her place, it seems, ma'am. And there is full crowd to join and speak then, it seems, ma'am.
Okay, fine, leave it. Anybody else want to do it? Pradeep? Even he'll say no. Shrikant Reddy? What about you, Shrikant Reddy? Shrikant Reddy. See, what is the point when you simply join to the class without unmuting and answering even when I call out your name? You're there or not there, Shrikant Reddy?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready for your presentation? Who is your other team member?
Akshaya Raj, ma'am. She's absent today.
Okay, then fine. I will do my module 5 now then. Just give me 1 minute, I'll just present my screen. Tomorrow I have already informed which are the batches who needs to be ready for the presentation. If you people don't give, then I will not be awarding marks. So when I say all should be prepared, everybody should be prepared. I don't want to listen again to all these silly reasons that you're connected through phone, your friend is not available and all those reasons. Okay, make sure your partner is joining tomorrow without fail and both of you are present and you complete your activity at the earliest. Screen is visible. Is it visible, students? My screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we'll just start from the point where we had stopped in the last class. Yeah. So I think we were doing this, right? So DSS components. Yeah. So I hope all of you have drawn this particular diagram. Yes or no? Can I just get one quick confirmation? I had asked you people to draw this particular diagram. Everybody's done it? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So since we know that decision, in order to make any decision, okay, for each and every scenario, or for some of the critical activities, or for some critical decision making skill, human intervention alone is not sufficient. Okay, so that is the reason decision support systems are developed, designed and developed. Okay, so when systems are developed for decision support, okay, database plays a very important role. So that is the reason you can see here how many different kinds of data are being retrieved, or they are being used to finally arrive at the decision support system, or to make some decision, right? So you have the operational data, which can be again based on it could be on daily basis or monthly basis or yearly basis, historic data, and even the current market data also based on the competency of each of the services rendered by the organization, and even from the peer competitors, what kind of market data is available. And sometimes it becomes so crucial that even minute to minute or second to second details is required, with respect to market data. So best example is the share market data, right? So we all know that how the share market works, right? So it works on instant basis, and everything happens ad hoc, on demand, right? So share values go up, or it falls down, or it gets declined. So everything needs to be recorded, right? So market data is important, and even the sales data also. So when we say whether it is a production company or manufacturing company, their sales is an integral part, right? So how many products were sold, or what is the turnover, or what is the profit, even that is important. And customer account data, this is also equally important, because this is again to identify the loyal customers, right? So you can see here data management functions. So since you people have already studied the concept of database management system, you people are in a much better position to understand what are the different data management functions. So it could be data extraction, simple data extraction. You can simply extract, one particular record, or you can even validate. Okay, we can do validation. So what is validation? So cross-checking whether the information what you have fetched is belongs to this particular customer or not. Okay, you double check and you ensure, you validate the data which is being extracted. Even that is also one of the important function. And sanitation means it's like just data cleansing process. Okay, the cleaning process. So cleaning means, removing all unnecessary attributes or unnecessary columns and retain only important ones. Okay, so that is called as data cleaning or data cleanliness. So it could be minimizing the number of records. Okay, it could be deleting some unwanted rows or columns. Okay, so it could be slicing the records horizontally or vertically. It is also called as data slicing. It is one of the technology or technique, to fetch the required data. So data slicing comes into picture, and even integration. So sometimes what happens is it becomes important to integrate the data which are available in at different servers or at different sites. Okay, so we need to integrate the data, and in order to present the report, the integration is important, right? And since you people know how to do the SQL queries and join, okay, especially the join functions. So it is like you're integrating the data which is present in two different tables or in two different records, right? So that is integration. So based on the need, based on the requirement, the data can be integrated, which is stored in multiple databases, and it can be presented in a much in an understandable way. And replication, yeah, sometimes it happens that the data should be replicated intentionally. Okay, but see, in DBMS concepts, we say that we should avoid data redundancy, but sometimes it becomes necessary to have the replication of the data. Okay, why? Because At any point of time, if you are saving or storing all your data on one particular database, and if the the system requirements of that particular server or the database system is not capable of holding the extra load of the data, then the system might get crashed and there is a chance of data loss. Okay, that is the reason replicas are essential. Okay, and this is also it also holds good even in the case of data centers, right, where you have the master slave concept. So data will be present, or one copy of the data will be present even in the master node as well as the slave node, right, and this can be continued further, okay, based on what is the kind of data center you are designing, right. So replication is also important. And similarly, when you extract the data, definitely model management or building a model in order to predict or analyze, the data what you have extracted in terms of numerical aspects, so that some inference can be made. That becomes important. So the next step is model management functions. So you can see here model management functions. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So in model management functions, you have analytical modeling and statistical analysis. And I think very recently only you people, heard these terms or terminologies. Okay, if I'm not wrong, the session which you people attended on Saturday, machine learning and its application with hands-on. So the resource person was stressing a lot on, mathematical model and statistical analysis, or he was saying, or he was making a statement that statistics is important, in order to learn the machine learning concepts, because you need to know the knowledge of statistics, right. You need to know how we can represent any kind of data in terms of numerics. It could be a standard deviation or mean, or something else. For example, even the root mean square value, and next, so you have so many other terminologies in fact with respect to the statistics. And similarly, even the algorithms which are used in machine learning or in data mining, they're all based on mathematical concept, right. So analytical modeling and statistical analysis is important. So next is user interface function. See, you do everything. You extract the data, you build a model, you make the analysis. Finally, when it is not in the presentable format, or if it is not in the visualizable format, then the user will not understand what it is, right. So the storytelling concept is now the latest trend, in fact, in the business or in the world of data analytics, because people are paid only to tell stories, about their organization data. It is called as storytelling concept, in data analytics. You can explore further. So people who are designated as a data scientist or data analyst, they will learn extensively based on the historical data of the organization. They try to build mathematical models, and they use so many algorithms, statistical algorithms, and they learn what could be the future of this particular organization, or what could be the future of this new product which is being launched, right. And everything will be explained in the form of a story, to the higher executives of the organization. So it's called as storytelling concept in big data analytics. So the user interface, the visualization, and even we people also, if something is very plain, for example, just to shift the focus, most of the people don't like plain dosa, right. And but majority of us love dosas which have some special add-ons or special toppings. It could be masala dosa or something else, and now there are so many variants, right. Paneer dosa, there are so many other things. So rather than plain, everybody gets more attracted, on how it has been presented, what is the stuffing, what are the toppings which has been put on that particular dish, which makes even more rich and tastier, right. So exactly in the same way, the user interface also depends upon. Even we try to see things which are very eye pleasing, not something very plain, right? So that is called user interface function. And definitely you can see here the hyperlink multimedia 3D visualization. And see, when we try to plot a graph using Excel, MS Excel, there is a difference when we plot a two-dimensional graph and a three-dimensional graph. Okay, the visualization perspective only changes, right? So some might understand in a much better way when something is being plotted or scattered, on a three-dimensional plane. And if some terminologies are explained further with a few add-on multimedia supportive images or video clips, then people or a common layman can understand what is happening or what could happen, right? Because not all higher executives who run the organizations are technologically sound, right? So a guy who is technologically sound will be doing the analysis, data analysis of the organization. So in order to make the higher executives understand, who doesn't have any knowledge about technology, lot of skill is required, okay, in order to present and make them convinced that if you follow A, then only you will be able to achieve success. If you follow B, then you will definitely witness loss. Okay, because we human beings, we don't get convinced very easily, right? So something is required for us to make things or accept some things. So it's very difficult. So user interface function should be much more powerful, in fact. And again, we have the topmost layer where the user interface function can be accessed using web browser or any other software which is limited only exclusively to the organization, or it could be any legacy software. What do you mean by legacy? Students, what do you mean by legacy software? Any one of you? Unmute and answer. What do you mean by legacy software? Students, you're there or not there? Nobody knows what is legacy software? What do you mean by legacy software, students? Any one of you? Students.
It's more like, ma'am, is it more like outdated computer system but are still in use or something?
Yeah, so legacy means something which has been used for a long time. Okay, Gangadhar, fan have to come. Yes. So legacy is like something which has been used for a long time, right? So especially our ancestral house, all of us, we have our grandparents, and in some cases we even have great grandparents living with us, or our hometown or wherever. So there is something called as ancestral house or ancestral property, or some traditions which is being followed, or some custom which is very exclusive and which is followed only in our family, which might look very weird for others, but still we say that yet yes, it is our custom and it is our tradition. We have to do certain things in this way only, or in this manner only, right? So that is called as something as legacy. It has been followed from long many years. Okay. So something similar to that, even we have legacy software. So some organizations, especially, they don't like to change over, right? So they don't want to adapt to a new system or a new software, okay? Because they are comfortable with what software or what technology is used in your organization to do their daily task or whatever functionality. So that's legacy software. So can anyone give me one example for legacy software? One example for legacy software only I want, legacy. Windows, right? Windows is a legacy software. Only different versions are coming up. Okay, we are getting so many provisions of upgrading the Windows version, but still Windows is there, right? So no matter we have Linux or Ubuntu, which is free open source, but still majority of the users, because the user experience is so very good that many people like Windows, widely, correct? So that is one of the just a simple example. Okay, students. So that's it for today. Okay, I'll stop at this particular point. Next we will do DSS model base. Okay. Tomorrow again after few team presentation, we will start with these slides. Okay. Very less number of students have joined the class today. I know because it is understood, it is very clear. Because I said this week you will have your case study team activity presentation. Automatically the numbers are dropped, and even the students who have joined on board on this particular platform also, very few are ready to give the presentation. Only one batch finished. So tomorrow all of you please join in. Okay, we will complete this. Okay, so that's it from my side today. Thank you.